Dave, she got a half-price Nevada sofa with 3 years no deposit interest-free credit and a half-price Oriental rug from the huge range at Alders. Now, if we could only upgrade her, Trevor.
Get into the Alders sale of sales.
Howard Hughes and JFK, Area 51 and Roswell. You know your history? I don't think so. Dark skies are ahead on 4.
Mother, 4. Father, 4. Channel, cheerleader.
Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses, yearning to breathe free the wretched dreadfulness of your human pride.
See what happens when the scheduler takes Christmas week off. We managed to sneak on before Channel 4 News. Anyway, it's wildcard weekend. We better get on with it before somebody realises and takes us off the air. As you saw, we've got 4 games for you tonight, starting here in Buffalo with a matchup between first-timers and old-timers. The Jacksonville Jaguars, who are making their playoff debut, and the Bills, who are hoping that this isn't their swan song. At the age of 71, Marv Levy is the oldest coach in American professional sport. And like a dog with its owner, his team is beginning to resemble him. Jim Kelly, Thurman Thomas and Andre Reed, the core of the Bills' offense, are all in their 30s. Although they did just enough to squeeze into the playoffs, the main credit for Buffalo's 8th appearance in the last 9 years goes to the defense, led as usual by Bruce Smith, who seems to be aging better than some of his teammates.
That's our job right now, until our offense gets back on its feet and does the things that are necessary to share the load. Do we mind it? Sometimes we do, but that's the way life is. Life isn't fair all the time.
Most of the Jaguars' key players were born in a different decade from their Bills counterparts, like rookie defensive end Tony Brackens and Natron Means, who started slowly after arriving from San Diego, but now gives them a solid ground game. Quarterback Mark Brunell is a threat to run too. In fact, this season he's rushed for more yards and passed for more yards than any other quarterback in the league. Still, Tom Coughlin's team needed a huge slice of luck just to make it this far.
From 31 yards, there's the snap, the placement, the kick is up, it's on the way, and it's no good! It's no good! It's no good! Oh my God! And the Jaguars are going to the playoffs!
We're not going to be just happy to be in here now. We're in this thing to win. We're in this thing to win. Let's all unite to get that done. Everybody, bring it up. Here we go. Everybody, real deal. Now let's get a team now. 1, 2, 3.
You know, it's funny, but Tom Coughlin has been on the sideline for 2 of the more famous misses of the last decade. Last week's Scott Norwood's in Super Bowl 25 when he was an assistant with the Giants, although it's not really polite to bring that up in conversation here, because of course that was the miss that cost Buffalo their first of 4 Super Bowls. It's apt though, because with us today is the man who snapped the ball for that kick, former Bills center Adam Lingner. And Adam, that really brings us to the fact that most of the key players from that Super Bowl are still around today for Buffalo. Do they have it in them to make one more run?
Well, you definitely said it, Gary. John Butler's done a great job of keeping those guys intact, even with free agency. And I do think they've got it in them with the experience they have. They haven't fallen off that far. And there's also a lot of good young talent on this Buffalo team.
Jim Kelly particularly has struggled this season, hasn't he?
He hasn't had a Jim Kelly type of year, but he also hasn't had the support of a good, solid performance from his offensive line. And that's what they're going to need today, especially in the middle. The center and guards are going to have to hold up so that Jim can step up in the pocket and make the plays he's used to making.
Now, on the other side, there is an informed quarterback, Mark Brunell, who's a threat to run as well as pass.
Well, he's really been the key to their offense. Passed for over 4,000 yards, rushed for another 400, so he's the focal point of their offense. Buffalo's going to have to get after him with the pass rush, but do it disciplined so that he doesn't have that opportunity to run down the field and make big plays.
The Bills have all the playoff experience, the Jaguars don't. You think that could be the deciding factor?
I think maybe more of a factor is a young team coming in on the road. I think that's going to be tough for them to overcome, but they really aren't expected to win, so if they come in with the attitude that, hey, let's just let it all hang out, it could actually work in their favor.
The Bills have never lost a playoff game here at Rich Stadium, and then the Jags have never lost a playoff game at all. They've never had the chance. Let's go to it. Well, things started better for the grizzled veterans than the young upstarts. Jacksonville tried running on their first possession, but Natron Means ran right into Bruce Smith for no gain. On the next play, Jim Jeffcoat almost sacked Mark Brunell for a safety, and as a result, the Jaguars had to punt out of their own end zone, giving Jim Kelly great field position for the Bills' opening drive. They're starting at the Jacksonville 43. Your commentators are Mike Patrick and Joe Theismann.
And Kelly to throw on first down. Over the middle, complete. Quinn early at the Jacksonville 28. Aaron Beasley on the coverage. Thurman Thomas with his first carry. Inside the 25 to the 24. Jim Kelly, third all-time in NFL postseason, over 3,600 yards. More interceptions than touchdowns, however. Shovel pass to Thomas. Thurman Thomas to the 14-yard line. First down, Bills. And Atlanta last week nearly killed Jacksonville with screen pass.
And that's the thing. You just got to try and figure out a way to get Thurman Thomas the ball in space. They're going to start to the right. Jim Kelly looking like he wants to go downfield. Thurman does a nice job of just weeding through the traffic and making the play. Doing a good job protecting the ball, too.
First down inside the 15-yard line. Thomas. Room to run outside. To the 8-yard line. Travis Davis horse-collared him there.
When they get Thurman Thomas going, Mike, this is an offense that is so hard to stop. But we talked about the offensive line being a key. Jerry Ostrowski, number 60, comes across. Now he's just moving along, does a nice job of kicking out Kevin Hardy. Thurman with patience turns up inside and gets the gain.
2nd and 4. Thurman. Stuffed after a gain of maybe a half yard. Third and 3. Kelly with time. Thomas wide open. Touchdown.
Mike, that's a question again of a great job by the offensive line, picking up the blitzes inside. Here come the linebackers inside. McManus tries to fill. Thurman Thomas is wide open in the flat, and he dropped one last week. And I'll guarantee you, that's exactly what went through his mind. He wasn't going to drop this one.
Christie for the point after.
A great start for an offense that had scored only 3 first-quarter touchdowns all season. And the Bills' defense kept up the pressure on Brunell. Damian Covington getting through for the sack here as the Jaguars open with 3 straight punts. Here's the Bills' third possession now from their own 13-yard line.
Kelly throws to Quinn early. It's been his favorite target. Across the 20, may have the first down out at the 24. Kelly has been sharp early.
He really has, Mike. And the key for Jim Kelly on offense is to have the ability to step up into the line. That's what the guys in the middle are doing. See Ken Hull, Rubin, look at that. They're just there. See that? There's no right here. There's this big pocket for him to step into.
Kelly with another shovel pass, and this one is picked off. Intercepted by Clyde Simmons. Touchdown. Holy cow, what a huge play for Jacksonville.
You can't go to the well too often. It worked for him once against Clyde. He saw it once as a veteran. He's not going to let it happen again. Clyde's right here. They're going to try and run this underneath. He's just going to hang right there, wind up taking it in for the TD. He comes upfield, sees what's going on. He never took his eyes off Kelly. Focused on him all the way. There's another look. He tries to throw it. See, Fina went to the ground too quick. That way, Clyde's still standing up, looking at what's going on. Then he does a good job of protecting the ball.
And we are tied at 7.
Mike Hollis's extra point is good.
They want a screen. Kelly having to scramble. Brackens from behind. He ran through the tackle and slides at the 31. Four-man rush, plenty of time. Reed nailed as he got to the 15-yard line by Chris Hudson, but it's a gain of 17. Kelly with time. Lonnie Johnson, the tight end of the 2. Thurman Thomas. Touchdown. The noise is very tough. Flags are down. The pass incomplete. Intended for Smith.
Well, the Jaguars are hoping this is against the Bills.
Offsides, defense, number 78, 5-yard penalty, still first down.
Well, they called Bruce Smith, but it looked like Phil Hansen in the middle of that line jumped early.
You know, it's interesting. Talking to Tony Baselli, he says that Bruce Smith will jump off sides a little bit to try and unsettle him. He's just got to relax and can't go chasing him.
1st and 5. Natron Means. Finally some room to run, and Natron Means breaks it. Schultz trying to catch him from behind and does it to 5. Until that run, the longest run of the year for Natron Means, 35 yards. That one went for 63.
This is basically, Mike, a north-south run. He only had one guy to try and avoid, and the line just does a terrific job of giving him a place to go. Watch the offensive line come off the ball. They've got all the Bills stood up. They've got a body on a body, and then he's gone.
The first down of the game for Jacksonville. Means. And here's where the Bills are so tough. They were brilliant a week ago against Kansas City.
Mike, here's where the Jacksonville Jaguars have struggled on offense. They've been able to get in the red area, but for some reason their offense just has not been able to put points. Look at that. They're ranked 29th in the league compared to the Bills' 4th on defense.
Draw play to Means. Rodgers was right there. So they'll lose 5.
Wade Phillips likes to use a pressure defense. This time he brings them from the corner to try and squeeze the back or the quarterback. Nowhere to go. Watch Rodgers. Rodgers is coming off of here. You see Pop coming from the top side. Whether it was Brunell or Means, the linebackers were to meet there.
You could almost hear Natron say, uh-oh, there was nowhere to go. 3rd and goal. Brunell floats it for the end zone, and Mitchell with some contact back there with Matt Stevens. The pass incomplete. They'll have to go for the field goal. Pressure by Phil Hansen.
Jacksonville put themselves in a must-throw situation, Mike, running the play they did on 2nd down and losing 5 yards. And I think Mark Brunell took a shot on that one. He's been a resilient guy. I mean, he hasn't been hurt all year.
Mike Hollis, who has had an excellent year, comes on to try a 27-yard field goal. And the Jaguars convert on the drive.
Jaguars only managed one first down in the first quarter, but thanks to two big plays, one from Clyde Simmons, one from Natron Means, they're within 4 points of the Bills. It's 14-10 at the end of the first. We'll have the second for you after the break.
After telling my friends how good Advil was, they were all asking me to bring it back. I discovered Advil on my first trip to the States. I had a thumping headache. One of the American crew gave me some Advil. It really did the trick.
Clinical tests for non-prescription medicine show nothing is proven to work better than new Advil ibuprofen. Nothing.
I'm glad Advil's now available here. Getting it's not such a long haul.
Advil, advanced medicine for pain.
It's a triumph. A spectacular movie. Totally stunning. Without doubt, the movie of the year. Madonna, Antonio Banderas, Jonathan Pryce, Evita.
The Emerald Isle, the 40 Shades of Green, the land of milk and bacon. You know, I got to be someplace in 2 hours. You think you'd have it poured by then? Leprechauns, trout fishing, the Eurovision Song Contest, the Nolan sisters. Bitter. He's not even conscious. A land of authentic Irish beers like Holston O'Pill. Hand-pulled, more like leg-pulled. A cool, clean-tasting brew made from Kilkenny hops, Kerry barley, yeast from Killarney, and cool, clean Kildare water. Holston O'Pill, the true taste of Ireland.
And cut. And forward beat camera.
Can I get down now?
Save on top brands like Dulux and the B&Q sale.
Save £100 on this stylish bathroom suite. This and many more beautiful kitchens are available on interest-free credit.
Save £10 on this Black & Decker jigsaw.
And there's over £50 off this Gainsborough shower. Save £5 on selected Bosch power tools.
And look, this pleated up lighter, just $4.99.
And there's lots more.
The B&Q sale, hurry, it's now on.
No matter how smart you are, there's no way of knowing what's going to happen over the next 3 years. But if Daewoo carried out your servicing for 3 years with a courtesy car, and Daewoo provided 3 years total AA cover, and a 3-year comprehensive warranty, and 3 years insurance, all without costing a penny extra, now that would be smart. No headaches for the next 3 years? That'll be the Daewoo driver.
Going on holiday? You should be going to a place that'll give you more holiday for your money. With our free insurance, shouldn't you be going places with Going Places?
They've had enough of us. Time for something completely different.
There's Half Price George and up to 50% off homewares. In Asda's sale, now on.
Welcome back to Buffalo. The Bills lead the Jaguars 14-10, but they punted to start the second quarter, so it's Jacksonville's ball as we join it at their own 48.
Means. They strung it out pretty well, but Means kept the legs pumping and into Buffalo territory down to the 47. Covington makes the tackle. Natron Means has made a huge difference in this offense. In December, look at the numbers, up every week, nearly 100 yards 2 games ago, and then he cracked the century mark against Atlanta when they needed the yards to get into the playoffs. Stewart had a toe injury combined with Means' performance. He lost his starting job. 2nd and 5. Brunell, flags are down. He throws to Means, incomplete. There was some movement before that play.
Yeah, but you know, Mike, I don't understand why they didn't stop the play when Means moved. What happened is they allow Brunell to go back in the pocket and take a shot. Why not, if it's illegal motion, throw the flag right away.
Illegal shift, 2 men moving at the same time without one coming to a stop. 5-yard penalty, repeat, second down.
So it wasn't just illegal motion, it was the illegal shift. So they figured one of the guys might have stopped. That's okay then.
2nd and 10 for Jacksonville. Short set, incomplete pass, in and out of the hands of Keenan McCardell. Jacksonville's leading receiver, 85 catches, 1,100 and some yards on the year. Had a brilliant season going to his first Pro Bowl.
Tom Coughlin got real excited about him last year when they played a game against Cleveland. And McCardell caught 7 passes for a lot of yards. He says, hey, I think this guy can help us.
Jacksonville has yet to convert a 3rd down, and Brunell only 25% so far. 4-man rush, good protection. Brunell throws, it's complete. They have a 1st down at the Buffalo 40-yard line. Willie Jackson on the catch, a gain of 12. Brunell with nice composure. He actually slipped before he threw that ball.
And I think that's the advantage of him being in the shotgun. This time they bring Smith around the outside. Now he comes back inside to put pressure. Even though Brunell slips, he still has plenty of time to step up and make the throw.
First 3rd down conversion of the game for the Jaguars. They have it just outside Buffalo's 40. Movement. Bryce Pop jumped off sides and made contact, so they'll whistle it dead. And it seems like Jacksonville is beginning to adjust to the defense they're seeing from Buffalo.
Encroachment, defense, number 95. 5-yard penalty, still 1st down.
Mike, this is a very fast-paced football game. Offensively, Jim Kelly likes it that way. Kevin Gilbride, I think, would like to slow this thing down a little bit. And you can even see Buffalo's defense feeding off of, let's go get him, let's go get him.
1st and 5. Brunell to throw against the 4-man rush. Smith is out there, but Smith intercepts. Thomas Smith took it away from Jimmy Smith. Underthrown by Brunell.
That was the throw by the quarterback that allowed Thomas Smith to come back and make the play. Jimmy Smith comes off the line. He's got him beat outside. If that ball's outside, he can make a play on it, but the ball is thrown inside.
Kelly with a short set. The quick out, complete to Quinn Early. Kelly to Early. Quinn Early to midfield, another 1st down. Kelly under pressure, throws short, complete. Lonnie Johnson inside the 20. 3 wide receivers, they spread them out. Holmes the only setback. Now he goes in motion. Kelly with the quarterback keep. And it's close.
Now, you saw the measurement the last time. He's almost got to get to the line. They're short.
Buffalo signaling 1st down, but it's 1st down Jacksonville.
They are short by a credit card.
Jacksonville starts outside its own 15. Natron Means, Maston his blocking back. Means off the right side to about the 18-yard line. And some pushing and shoving after the play. Kelly trying to walk off that knee.
Got both of them fallen on by Lagerman. I mean, you know, he's got 2 bad knees. The field is wet, and he tries to sneak it.
Clock running, 6:19 and counting. 1st half. Jaguars with the ball. They're down by 4. Brunell to Maston. And Maston has it at the 26-yard line. That should be enough for a first down.
Mike,
Maston had 6 catches during the year.
But that time you saw what Brunell's mobility does to Bruce Smith. Bruce has got a clear shot at him coming hard, but he just has to hesitate for a second. Bruce Smith is going to come in, all right, around Baselli. Now he's got a shot at him. I can't quite commit. See how he's just got to hesitate for a second. Allows Brunell to get it off.
Bills show blitz and come with it, and Means lowers his head and is stuck at the line of scrimmage. Bruce Smith in on the tackle.
Chris Spielman was in also. You know, one thing Spielman said about Bruce Smith, and it's interesting to listen to his perspective. He said that he has watched Barry Sanders for many years in Detroit, thinks he's a phenomenal person. He said watching Bruce Smith now is like watching Barry Sanders. They're both in a league by themselves.
Because of the impact they can have on a game. 2nd and 9. Blitz Brunell from the blind side. White hit him. David White out of Nebraska with a blind side sack on Mark Brunell.
I'll tell you, Mike, he may be out of Nebraska, but he came out of nowhere that time. He's going to come clean off number 51. He's coming clean. They bring 4 from the side. Spielman gets blocked. He doesn't. Great job by Mark Brunell hanging on to the ball, but David White just leveled it.
White, the backup to Bryce Pop. He played a lot when he was injured. 3rd and 14. Another blitz. Brunell throws to Mitchell. And the big tight end rumbling over midfield to the Buffalo 40, breaking more tackles to the 30. Pete Mitchell, who has great hands, showed tremendous ability after the catch. A gain of 47.
What happens is Jacksonville now spreads the field, and they're going to work the middle. The tight end's going to come off right down the middle. There he is, wide open.
Just throwing people away. 1st and 10, Jacksonville at the 30. Means. Smith stuffed him, he got away. Natron Means. Touchdown! Holy cow, what a run!
We are seeing some unbelievable individual efforts by guys. Means stopped dead at the line and just doesn't quit. The Bills never really get a hand on him. I mean, there he is. Bruce never gets him wrapped up. He goes outside of Hansen. Now he turns just some pure speed on. Stevens tries to catch him and knock the ball out, but he can't. He's just really a pinball right now. Bounces off of Bruce. Bounces off of Spielman. Now he turns the corner, sees the goal line.
Hollis for the point after. And the expansion underdog Jaguars have taken the lead on the Buffalo Bills.
Well, the Bills faced another 4th down in the closing minutes of the half after Thurman Thomas came up just short on this play. No quarterback sneaks this time, though. They sent the kicker on.
This will be a 33-yard field goal attempt for Steve Christie. And just got it inside that right upright. So the Bills make another good drive play off and have tied it at 17.
We're at half-time then, and Adam, I don't think I've ever seen a team generate 17 points off so few first downs as the Jaguars did.
Yeah, it's a surprise, Gary, but the difference has been those big plays. Clyde Simmons intercepting a screen pass and taking it in for a touchdown, and then those big running plays by Natron Means really setting up the offense for some scores.
Apart from that, though, the pass rush has really been able to get to Mark Brunell and disrupt his rhythm, hasn't it?
Right, he really hasn't had a chance to be really effective. He's throwing some decent balls, but he's getting clobbered back there. But he's going to have to make some plays in the second half for them to be able to keep up with Buffalo today.
And so far, although they both picked up injuries along the way, the old men, Jim Kelly and Thurman Thomas, showing they've still got it in them.
Right, they're limping around here and there, but they're still making their plays, and also some big plays from Quinn Early hooking up with Jim.
Quinn Early getting a lot of passes from Jim Kelly in the first half. Starting to rain here. We'll see whether that's a factor in the second half, which we'll have for you after the break. Welcome back to Rich Stadium in Buffalo. It was all tied at 17 going into the second half. And although both offenses were able to move the ball pretty effectively in the third quarter, neither of them could punch it in for a touchdown, and the Jags and Bills settled for a field goal each to make it 20-all. Jacksonville got the ball to end the quarter, and Mark Brunell hit Derek Brown on the final play. He was just short of a first down, though, leaving the Jags facing 3rd and 2 at their own 26 to start the fourth.
Brunell dumps it over the middle. The catch is made, a first down to Smith. Great running after the catch to break a tackle, a gain of 13.
Oh, and Chris Spielman had him. He had him a yard short, and Jimmy Smith, a strong runner. I mean, he's 6'1", he's 205 pounds, manages to break the tackle. Smith just slides inside, good protection. Spielman comes up to try and make the hit, and Smith showing some of that strength.
Boy, that happens about once a year when Spielman misses an open shot at a guy. Here comes another blitz. They throw it to Maston in the flat, and it's picked off by Smith. Smith with a chance to go, and he will. Touchdown, Bill.
David White, the blitzing linebacker, just tipped that thing in the air.
And it hung up long enough so that Thomas Smith had the shot at it and takes it in for the go-ahead score.
David White right here is going to come in, tip the ball in the air. Thomas Smith's going to be able to make the interception. Again, free runner. He just doesn't get it up. Just hangs in the air. That's Burris, excuse me.
Check it, it's Burris.
Yes. Sorry, Jeff. Didn't mean to give that credit to Thomas. Just a little tip allows it to hang in the air.
That's the play that was so successful earlier in this half. This time, however, with the tip. The point after makes it a 7-point game. Means another tough run out to the 40, maybe the 41-yard line. Matt Stevens, the strong safety, stopped it. Natron Means, 16 carries, 134 yards. That's the best ever against the Bills in postseason. Had runs of 62, 30, and 10 included in that total. Brunell under pressure. Throws on the run, complete to McCardell. There is a flag down in the secondary.
That's what the athletic ability of Mark Brunell will do for you. I mean, he took a pounding even after he got rid of the football. But he gets out, makes a play, and focuses downfield and throws the ball.
He is so dangerous on the run, and his receivers do a good job of keeping their patterns alive.
And the other thing that he's done is he just doesn't take off to run with the ball. He runs to try and make a play to throw it down the field.
Holding defense, number 22. Penalties decline. First down.
Penalty called on Burris. They'd much rather have the play.
Burris on McCardell. He's got him locked up, and he keeps him locked up. You can bump him, you can't grab him.
Means off the left side. What a nice block out there from Rich Griffith, number 85, who gave him the corner.
You know, Mike, when you don't see a safety coming up to force right away, when you see a runner heading towards the corner, it means that the wide receivers are working hard. They're either running them off or else they're coming in and blocking on a safety.
It's a gain of 5, so 2nd and 5. Clock turning. 12 minutes, 46 seconds left to go from Buffalo. Two tight ends, they'll go with Means. Ran right through Spielman and picked up 4. That's how strong Natron Means is.
Boy, you talk about two battering rams. Natron Means and Chris Spielman locking it up one-on-one. Means trying to use the straight arm, and Spielman's just going to bulldog him down.
3rd and a yard coming up for Jacksonville. They're just outside Buffalo's 30-yard line, down by a touchdown. Maybe another dose of Natron. Means dives. He needed to get the 30, and it looked like he got across it. Covington led the defensive charge.
Boy, that's just great individual effort. He sees where he has to get to, and he just fires in submarines to try and get to the 30.
Tom Coughlin anxiously watching from the sideline. I don't think he was really thrilled with the mark.
If it's on the line, he should have made it.
They'll bring the chains in from the near side with 11:46 left in the game.
Boy, there have been some missed and made by inches. No, he just was short. It was over the line.
4th and inches. Tom Coughlin never even turned his head toward the punt or field goal team. This is go for it all the way. And they better run the play they called, because they won't be able to hear to change it.
And it's really, Mark Brunell can't fool around and try a hard count or try and draw Buffalo offside. They have to get up to the line of scrimmage, get set, and run the play, and just try and get below the defensive lineman and create just a little crease for the back.
Nearly 70,000 on their feet. 8th best in the league on 4th down conversions this year. Means, second effort, got the first down. He didn't have it initially, as Buffalo did a great job of standing him up, but Means kept driving.
Their inside backers, Marlo Perry and Damian Covington, get a chance to make a play because Ted Washington, number 92 in the middle, blows this thing up. He just stops everybody right at the line. Means actually runs into him. An extra effort gets the first down.
New set of downs for Jacksonville at the Buffalo 29-yard line. Brunell, short set, then throws over the middle. McCardell inside the 10 to the 9. Burris makes the tackle. Boy, when Brunell starts moving around in a pocket, he makes things happen.
What great patience, too. He starts to run and still focuses downfield and finds Keenan McCardell. Now, McCardell, he's been with Brunell long enough. He knows he's got to keep working to a hole. He's got to find a play for him to get him the football.
This is where Jacksonville has had trouble in the red zone. They need a touchdown to tie. Means pushing the pile inside the 2 to the 1 yard line. Excellent blocking by the front wall, and Lachey masked it.
You know, Mike, that's attitude. That is Natron Means just wanting to get to the end zone. He gets locked up about the 10-yard line with the pile. Watch this. I mean, right now, he's entering the pile. Right there. Now, it's just attitude. He's driving Spielman back. Look at this. Look at the power. Spielman doing everything he can.
Natron Means with the game of a lifetime so far. 2nd and goal. Means. Not this time as they try to go wide, and he will lose yardage. Bryce Pop, number 95, got him. Now, this is a huge play for Jacksonville.
Well, you know, they seem to get down close, and then that next play sets them back just a little bit. I still believe you have to put the ball in the hands of the guy who can make the play for you. And in the case of the Jacksonville Jaguars, it's their quarterback, Mark Brunell.
They'll spot the ball back at the 2. And you almost wonder if they don't make it on 3rd down, would Tom Coughlin go on 4th? 4 wide receivers set. Brunell is great on the quarterback draw. Instead, he throws it quickly to Smith. Touchdown!
What a play, and what a call by Kevin Gilbride. Instead of trying to have the guys work in and make Brunell hold the football, it's a quick screen. Basically, it's just a step back, quick screen to the flanker. You got to be careful of your rush. Now all of a sudden, Smith just does a terrific job individually of breaking Matt Stevens' tackle and getting in the end zone.
Sensational drive capped by a sensational play. Hollis will go for the extra point to tie the game again. Tied at 27.
And 27 was where Buffalo should have begun their next drive, but a false start penalty has made it 1st and 15 from their own 22.
Kelly with time, wide open over the middle, Quinn Early. Mickey Washington makes the tackle, but he's after the 47-yard line.
Again, Mike, it's that offensive line giving Jim Kelly an opportunity to step up and make the throw. Quinn Early never really gets enough credit for his speed, but he's the guy that can run. This time he just settles comfortably where Kelly can find him in the soft part of the zone.
Boy, with the safeties deep in that zone. Early, 9 catches, 122 yards. Brilliant game for Quinn Early. Kelly throws short this time off of the fingertips of Thurman Thomas. And Kevin Hardy scrambling to try to get the pick.
You know, that's one that he's going to see in his sleep in slow motion. I mean, the ball just hanging there and the feet just spinning away trying to get to it. Kelly just tries to dump this off over the middle. Little crossing pattern underneath to the back. It's tipped up, and Hardy just loses his footing.
Makes everybody hold their breath. Kelly on 2nd and 10, draw to Thomas. Brackens was right there along with Lageman. Both smelled out the draw. And that's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7. Time becoming a factor as we approach 7.5 minutes. Kelly with all day. Now under pressure. Got away from Lageman. Lost the ball, got it back. And Jim Kelly trying to make something happen. He fumbled. Beasley has it. There is the turnover that gets it even at 2-2, and Kelly is still down as Beasley came up with a loose ball.
He's looking, nowhere to go. Now, Lageman knocks the ball out of his hand. He picks it up, still has the presence of mind to say, all right, I got to make a play. I have to make a play. Fighting off people, and then just takes a shot.
Boy, he may have been down before that ball came out, too. Brunell to throw. Got it complete to Smith, and Smith across the 50 into Buffalo territory at the 44, a gain of 14. So after a slow start, Jimmy Smith has come on.
Offensively, Jacksonville just continues to put pressure on this Buffalo defense. Buffalo in the second half has not had a chance to slow down this Jacksonville offense, and Tony Boselli's just doing a fabulous job on Bruce Smith.
Means back in on 1st and 10. Natron Means gliding along the line and then powers his way down to the 40. Jacksonville needs about another 8-9 yards to be within field goal range.
Mike, that's that right side of that Jacksonville line. Waddell the center, Tilsky the right guard, and Leon Searcy the right tackle. They're just moving along like a big freight train, just creating a little bit of a wall and allowing Natron to pick and choose where he wants to go.
Means 23 carries, 157 yards. He'll be first in line for the Whirlpool. Means again, wrapped up by Big Ted Washington. Well, you know what Kevin Gilbride is thinking. Nice drive, 2-3 first downs, score. It's over.
Hey, listen, last time Kevin Gilbride was in this stadium when he was coaching Houston, not too many good things happened to him.
No, House of Horrors. That was the 35-3 lead that evaporated. Bruce Smith trying to make something happen for his defense, 3rd and 7. Brunell under pressure, throws complete. McCardell with a catch and then makes the move. Keenan McCardell inside the 30. The catch, he was well short of the first down. Another great individual effort.
And a great individual effort by Mark Brunell to just get this off. Phil Hansen is hanging all over him, Michael. Look at Brunell. Hansen's got him. Brunell just somehow gets this off before Pop gets there. McCardell fights off one. Jeff Coat misses him. Comes back inside. Perry can't catch him. And with him hanging that ball out there, Gilbride's heart is in his throat.
I have to be honest with you. I thought Brunell was throwing the ball away. Instead, he keeps the sticks moving. Natron Means still powering his way forward inside the 25 to the 23, and Natron is pumped up. You know right now the Jaguars can smell it.
And Tony Baselli, as this game has gone on, has just gained more and more confidence for Tom Coughlin in this Jaguar offense. Here he is against Bruce Smith. Now he's just taking Smith everywhere.
2nd and 3, clock turning, 4 minutes left. Natron hit in the backfield and dunked. Another big play by David White.
You know, you got to get into good clock management when you're in this part of the game and you're the quarterback. The problem is the Buffalo Bills, if they're going to move the ball down the field, they don't need a lot of time to do it.
So well, they're not going to have it either.
You know, you just don't want to run here and kick the field goal and put your defense out on the field. You got to try and make a first down.
From here, it would be a 44-yard attempt in windy conditions. Mast in the single setback. Brunell throws and it's dropped. McCardell couldn't hold it. Irvin may have gotten a hand in.
Ken Irvin does a terrific job on Keenan McCardell. He doesn't give him a lot of room to work. Bumps him at the line, working hard, not holding him too bad. Now he's right there.
This is a 45-yard field goal attempt by Mike Hollis.
And the wind is coming from his left, Mike, so if he tries to hook it in, he could stay out to the right.
To give Jacksonville the lead. It hits the post and goes through. What a shot by Jacksonville.
Hollis, who put one in off the left upright last week, shaves the right-hander this time to give Jacksonville the lead. Worst for the Bills was that Jim Kelly suffered a concussion on the play that caused the fumble and couldn't go back in. So Todd Collins went on with under 3 minutes left and got sacked almost immediately by Clyde Simmons. Jacksonville couldn't run out the clock, though, and had to punt the ball back to Buffalo with 42 seconds left.
Under pressure, screen to Thurman Thomas. What a job by Beasley to cut him off and keep him in bounds.
The tough thing about that, Mike, is your offensive line was over on the sidelines trying to block for a screen. Now it takes time for them to get out to the middle of the field again.
That play itself, a slow developing play, and took a long, long time. Collins kills it with 20 seconds left. Now they really have a problem. If they complete a pass that is long enough for them to get a first down, they can't stop the clock.
The best he can hope for, Collins can get up and try and ground it. The thing is, they've got to get all the way to Jacksonville's 40 to have a legitimate shot at trying to kick a 58 or 60-yard field goal.
Collins had it knocked loose. Still loose, and Jacksonville has it inside the 20. Cinderella is alive, and she lives in Jacksonville, Florida.
So the Bills lose their first ever playoff game at Rich Stadium. The Jags win their first ever playoff game full stop, and you have to give them credit in the second half.
Well, a big letdown for Buffalo to lose. You know, a lot of the players getting older, they have to feel bad about the loss here at home. But a big step for the Jacksonville franchise to win on the road their first time in the playoffs, Gary.
What was the difference for you in the second half? Suddenly they seemed to be able to convert on third down.
Well, it seemed like he was getting pressure, you know, first half, second half, but he was just converting, making plays. and he just continued to do that even more so in the second half.
Mark Brunell having a great half. You talked about some of the Buffalo players getting older. We saw the sad side of Jim Kelly going off on a cart. Is it the end of an era in Buffalo now?
We'll wait and see, but it very possibly could be. He got hit in the head going out with a concussion, and a big loss for Buffalo. We'll have to wait and see what unfolds in the offseason.
Now, the Jaguars were underdogs here. They'll certainly be underdogs on the road in New England or Denver. Could they spring another upset, or are their playoffs over, do you think, after this?
Well, I think they showed today that they've got a very good offense. I think a lot of people might have thought that they just played against some weaker defenses, but they proved today against a very good Buffalo defense that they can do it on the road. So I think the prospects for them look very good.
A huge upset then for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Let's go inside and hear from the locker room.
I feel real good about what went on today, and I think we made a little history, and it's nice in our second year of the franchise to get this far and to win our first playoff game. It means a lot to us. It's a special time.
It hurts, no question about that, for all of us. And even through our hurt, we'll give credit to Jacksonville for what they did. Both teams had some opportunities. I guess they capitalized a little better on theirs.
What about the difference from the first half to the second? You count some huge third-down conversions in the second half.
I think that's just the team at halftime saying, let's get this thing together. We're still, obviously still in the game. If we can do some things that we know we're capable of, we'll be all right. And we just had the right reads. We had a lot of the right routes at the right time, and Nate ran the ball, exceptional. So it's just the character of the team was we have a never give up attitude, and that's what we did today. We never gave up and just kept pushing.
It was a win or die. We knew that we had to go out and win every game if we wanted to continue playing. We know that we have a good team here. We're just going to ride this thing out as far as we can.
Every guy in this locker room better be looking square in the mirror and saying what did I do and what can I do now, because it's going to be a long off season, longer than any of us want.
I wouldn't say it's the end of an era. No, I'll let other people delineate eras.
Keenan, sum up how it feels.
It feels great. And how about them Jaguars?
So the Jaguars are in the second round of the playoffs, where they'll face either Denver or New England. Which one will depend on the outcome of the Colts-Steelers game, and by the combined magic of air travel and television, we'll be in Pittsburgh for that one on the other side of the break. Including this week, we're only 3 playoff rounds from Super Bowl 31 now, which means only 3 chances to win a pair of tickets to see the game in the Superdome, along with a week's holiday in New Orleans. Among the weekly consolation prizes is the official Super Bowl 31 football and all the usual NFL swag. Now, this week's Hall of Fame subject on Blitz was Dick Night Train Lane, who finished his illustrious career with the Lions. What we want to know is how many Super Bowls the Lions have won. Call 0891 444 444 and tell us whether it's 1, 2 or none.
He caught it! He caught the ball! No, they rule incomplete for a moment. It appeared that the miracle had been answered. Aaron Bailey almost with a reception, and the Steelers have won.
That was the play that sent Pittsburgh to the Super Bowl last season. Aaron Bailey just failing to pull in Jim Harbaugh's final pass in this end zone as time ran out for Indianapolis in the AFC Championship game here at Three Rivers Stadium. It was the best playoff game certainly that I've ever seen, and the Colts and Steelers are about to restage it in this year's wildcard round. Both teams, though, have had to overcome a lot to get here. Jim Harbaugh and the Colts have spent half the season in casualty, the other half giving their fans heart failure, and seem to be in the playoffs by sheer strength of will. The Steelers haven't had things easy either. For the second season running, they lost a key defender in linebacker Greg Lloyd, but their pass rush has been as strong as ever. As the season goes on, though, quarterback Mike Tomczak's stock is falling as the Steelers look increasingly to Cordell Stewart for a change of pace. Well, with us to preview this one is former Colts quarterback Jack Trudeau. Jack, let's start with your old lot. A tremendous amount of injuries this season. They seem to be becoming healthy towards the end of the year. How important is a healthy Jim Harbaugh today?
Well, he's key to the game for them. They've struggled offensively this year when he wasn't in there, and injuries have really hurt them all year long. So right now they're pretty healthy, and that'll give them a chance to win the game.
And an interesting situation at quarterback for the Steelers.
Well, very interesting. You know, Cordell Stewart is Mr. Excitement, but Mike Tomaszak is a guy that will go out there and play the game and be effective, and I think that's what Bill Cowher wants today.
Would that undermine you as a starting quarterback, knowing you've got somebody on the bench who might be coming on at any minute?
I wouldn't like it very much. I think as a quarterback, you need to have confidence, you need to get in the flow of the game, and Mike Tomaszak doesn't need to have Cordell Stewart standing there waiting to come in the game.
Of course, the Steelers are hoping that they can just run all over the Colts with Jerome Bettis, aren't they?
Well, I think, you know, Pittsburgh's game plan has got to be run Jerome Bettis, run Jerome Bettis. The Colts are injured up front on defense. They still have some guys out, Tony Siragusa and some of those guys. So I see Pittsburgh running the ball a lot today.
All right. Any way the Colts can win this one?
Well, I think the key is going to be turnovers. I think that's why Mike Tomaszak's going to play quarterback for Pittsburgh, because he shouldn't turn the ball over. The Colts, if they're going to win the game, it's going to be because Pittsburgh turns the ball over.
All right. And the Colts haven't won here at Three Rivers Stadium in 9 tries. Well, the terrible towels were out of the wash and in the air as the Colts got the ball to start the game. And it didn't take long for Harbaugh to hit the deck. Jason Gilden and Kevin Henry tag-teamed him on the 5th play of the game. And while he went back to his corner to rinse and spit, Mike Tomaszak was looking more comfortable than he has for weeks.
Tomaszak goes deep to Johnson as he inbounds. They're going to roll it a catch. Knocked out by defensive contact. First and goal at the 8. Third catch for 66 yards for Johnson in this opening quarter. Tomaszak over the middle. And to the 1. Is he in? Not quite. Andre Hastings to the goal line, but stopped short of the touchdown. Cordell Stewart comes in now for Pittsburgh. And Stewart just dives over his center's back for a touchdown.
Tomaszak doing the work, Stewart getting the glory. After a field goal, the Colts were down 10-0, and Harbaugh was down again himself shortly afterwards when Chad Brown came through completely unblocked to sack him. Indianapolis couldn't get across the 50-yard line in the first quarter and opened with 3 consecutive punts. The Steelers up 13-0 after another field goal. We're looking for more in the second quarter.
Give to Bettis. And in fact, Paul is looking forward to the American Football Confluence Championship in a couple of weeks. Where's that going to be held? Well, we'll figure that one out.
See, he almost gave me a trick question then.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to answer.
At the 17, so the obvious strategy of the Colts, as you pointed out from the start, Phil Simms, is that they're going to try to stop Bettis, make Tomaszak beat them.
Well, now they're in an obvious passing situation. One of your defensive linemen has to come through, pressure the quarterback.
Second and 10. Tomaszak downfield, wide open again is Charles Johnson. He's been left alone the entire game. Finally, Buchanan makes the tackle, and Johnson gets 35 more. He's over 100 yards already.
Well, and we told you, got to pressure the quarterback. Mike Tomaszak is allowed to go back, pump the ball, and look down the field for Charles Johnson. And when you get a lot of time to throw, there's going to be big holes created down the field.
Jim Harbaugh's point of view.
He's saying, man, if I had that kind of time, I think I can make that play too.
First down at the Colts 48. Tomaszak will throw on first down, dumps it off to Tim Lester, and Lester is to the 45-yard line, the fullback from Eastern Kentucky. When Lester and Bettis were both with the Rams and Bettis made the Pro Bowl, he took Lester as blocker as a gift to Honolulu, and now they're rejoined here in Pittsburgh.
Watch Morrison, number 52, the linebacker. Does he make a great play? He gets off to Monty Dawson, and number 52 makes the play. That's outstanding defense.
But the Steelers are catching on. The Colts taking chances, trying to stop the run on first down. They throw the screen, trying to take advantage of that, and it takes a good play to stop that from being a big play.
Second down and 6 as you look at Tomaszak, 130 yards passing. Bettis held at 34 rushing. The pitch back is to Andre Hastings, and that didn't work as
He's down to the 43-yard line. It'll be third down and about 4. McCoy and McElroy applied the tackle.
That play is telegraphed from the time you leave the line of scrimmage. I mean, Hastings had taken a wide berth coming back, and there's a toss that shows the entire defense where the guy's coming from and going to.
Well, that's one of those plays that doesn't even work in practice. I watched them practice Friday. They ran it twice. It looked bad then and looked bad there.
Third down, a short 4. Tomzak shotgun. Colts need a stop, trailing 13-0. Tomzak.
Intercepted by Eugene Daniel. The veteran Daniel on his way for a big play. The Colts have a touchdown. 59 yards for Daniel, who has played more games than anyone in Colts history except Johnny Unitas. And he gambles and wins on the Tomzak throwing the flag.
Getting dominated in every phase of the game, and something turns around. Mike Tomzak, look at Eugene Daniel. He saw Mike Tomzak the whole way, and he made the break as soon as Tomzak started to go into throwing motion. Good timing and being smart.
Ernie Mills is coming to the outside, and Eugene Daniel just reads it perfectly.